Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to the Not So Daily Show, the show that comes to you daily, except when it doesn't. I'm your host, themba. Well, the beef between AKA and Cassper Nyovest finally made it to the Braai stand. The Braai show with Cass aired on SABC1 this past Wednesday.
Yeah! New season, new host. It's the Braai show with Cassper Nyovest on SABC1.
In what is the biggest clapback of the season, Cassper Nyovest has officially taken over the Braai show. The Braai show with Cass is a follow-up to the Braai show with AKA that started on AKA's version of OnlyFans, AKA TV, and was later picked up by SABC1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is the Braai show with AKA.
The first season of the Braai show with AKA was a huge success, but following the tragic passing of AKA's fiancée, he had to step away from the spotlight, leaving the Braai show without a host for season 2. The production company that AKA worked with for the first season decided to move along without him, hiring his arch nemesis, Cassper Nyovest, to replace him. But AKA is not taking this lying down. He released a media statement stating that he would continue fighting for his intellectual property. He claims that him and the production company, Makudu.com, are equal split partners in the Braai show. But knowing AKA's track record in business, I wouldn't be shocked if he agreed to do this for the culture. At this rate, the only time AKA will ever see his name next to Forbes is his surname on his ID. But let's move on to someone that has been on Forbes. Kylie Jenner broke the internet by announcing that her and her boyfriend Travis Scott were expecting their second baby. And while women all over the world were complaining that Kylie is expecting a second child at only 24 years old, rappers were laughing at Travis Scott for moving too slow. Offset recently welcomed his fifth and Cardi's second baby into the world, but was still unable to make the list of top 12 rappers with the most kids. So women should really chill on judging each other so harshly. Let's move on to some soccer news. It's been a really weird week of football, and I'm not just talking about Bafana beating Ghana in the World Cup qualifier. And don't act like you weren't surprised. We love our boys, but we've all learned to practice a little bit of cautious optimism. But well done to our boys, and well done to our new coach, Hugo Bruce, for bringing a different scent to the team. But in even weirder news, a game between Brazil and Argentina was called off due to 4 Argentine players not quarantining.
These 4 players, as they came in, apparently they didn't put the fact that they had been in the United Kingdom on there, or whoever filled out their forms for them, didn't put them in the forms at the airport. The Brazilian authorities noticed this, and so eventually, aided by police, they came on the pitch, stopped the match.
These guys neglected to mention that they were coming from the UK, even though they were playing in the English Premier League on live television just the weekend before. But in another weird story, former France and PSG player Jeanpierre Adams died at the age of 74 after a 39-year-long coma.
Adams fell into a coma in March 1982 due to a mistake by an anesthesiologist during knee surgery at a Lyon hospital. It is noted that on the day of Adams' operation in France there was a strike of doctors. Many of them did not show up for work. The anesthesiologist who worked in the hospital that day performed 8 operations simultaneously and confused the dose. At the same time, Adams was watched by an intern who could not correct the error and did not recognize the deterioration of the patient's condition. He was expected to wake up in a few hours. Rest in peace, Adams.
Somehow rest in peace just doesn't sound right when you've been sleeping for 39 years. But speaking of PSG, details of Neymar's contract have recently come to light.
The agreement stipulates a bonus for politeness, punctuality, friendliness, and openness to defense. In addition, the release clause of the contract includes a ban on public criticism of PSG's tactics. According to the agreement, Neymar is obliged to greet fans before each game and say goodbye to them after matches. He is forbidden to give contradictory comments about the activities of PSG, as well as speak negatively about the club, its employees, and fans. Each month, Neymar receives 541,680 euros under this clause of the agreement, amount before taxes. PSG called these release clause conditions the ethical ones. Just for these requirements, Neymar receives just over 6.5 million euros per year.
This guy gets paid to smile and wave to the fans. I guess Neymar is really the slay queen of football, and PSG is just like, baby, I know you don't want to be here, but if you smile and treat my family right, I give you a little extra when we get home. And that's the show for today, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the channel with a friend. Until next time, cheers.